Hey guys, it's the Champion Marks here, back for another battle. This was a tournament battle for a tournament that the Ultimate Noodle Man, one of my friends on YouTube, threw. Uh, Final round, so it's pretty cool, and it's versus one of my friends on YouTube as well, which is kind of weird, that we'd end up in the finals, but whatever. And his name is MySilverPSP. Anyway, let's get the battle started right now. So anyway, I know how PSP's sets usually work, or at least how most of the sets of the Pokemon he has are going to work, because I've seen them before, but I don't think he's seen a lot of the Pokemon that I'm using, even though he does watch my videos, but anyway. He starts off with his Deoxys, and I'm thinking it's a standard, lead Deoxys with taunt and shit, but PSP is anything but standard, and starts off strong by slapping me in the face with a Focus Blast, and I'm like, well, fuck, that's kind of gonna hurt, because Focus Blast is pretty damn powerful, and Ferrothorn, not invested in special defense. I go for the Gyro Ball because it's Speed Form Deoxys. Gyro Ball's power is determined by how much slower you are than your opponent, so using Gyro Ball, kind of obvious good play. But anyway, go for the Protect, thinking he's going to try and slap me with another Focus Blast, but instead he goes for a Reflect, and now I know why that Gyro Ball didn't do so much, because he's more of a defensive variant, probably with dual screens. So yeah, that's not the best for me, and here I'm going to switch out into my Jellicent, because I know he's probably going to go for another Focus Blast, because he has really no reason not to. So I just, decide to switch into Jellicent. He's going to go for Focus Blast. It's not going to do crap. And here I go for the Shadow Ball, because, I want to get rid of this Deoxys on the off chance that it does have Taunt, because that's going to screw over half of my team. But anyway, he doesn't have the Taunt, apparently, because he either, well, I don't think he does have the Taunt anyway, that's what I'm saying. I go for the Shadow Ball, he switches into Umbreon, takes it like a monster, and I switch out thinking he's going to go for the Toxic and or Dark Pulse. He goes for the Dark Pulse, and, yeah, because Heatran is Steel, it's not going to do really anything at all, because it's Heatran. It resists it. And he loses HP to a Life Orb, and yeah. It's kind of weird that he has Life Orb on Umbreon, when Umbreons are normally defensively built and like to have leftovers, but that's just how PSP likes to play. He likes to be really weird and have offensive stuff that should be defensive and defensive stuff that should be offensive. Kind of question why he does that, but hey, it's his Pokemon, but I really do question the effectiveness of his sets. But anyway, I know that Lava Plume is a good play, because if he switches, I know he's probably going to switch out, because I did miss my Toxic there, and he thinks I'm going to go for another one, so he's going to switch into a Steel type. And, yeah, his Lucario comes in and takes the Lava Plume with an Oak Berry. And I see it's a crit there, so I'm like, well, wow, that is pretty crazy. I was not expecting that Lava Plume would actually do so little if it didn't get that crit. So I'm thinking, is this Lucario max special defense or something? I don't know. But if it is, that's really weird. But whatever. Switching to Jellicent, predicting the fighting move, he switches into Umbreon, obviously predicting me to do that, and goes for the Dark Pulse as I switch into my Ferrothorn. It's going to do a decent chunk thanks to his Life Orb, but it's nothing really to be overly excited about. Anyway, here I decide to go for my Leech Seed, because I'm thinking this Umbreon has absolutely nothing to hit me with. His Reflect wears off, that's nice, and he goes for the Hidden Power, and I'm like, shit, why didn't I predict that he would have the Hidden Power? I'm the one who told him that Hidden Power fighting on an offensive Umbreon was a good idea. But anyway, I live it, thankfully, because Umbreon actually I think has better attack than special attack, if I remember correctly, but whatever, not important. I get my Leech Seed off, which is nice, because that means I'm not going to die, and get some leftovers, plus the Leech Seed. It's going to be, pretty good recovery. And, yeah. Now, I believe he switches into his Lucario here, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he does switch into his Lucario. Guess he wants to threaten me out with the fighting move, or just try and kill me with the fighting move. I go for the Protect, trying to stall for Leech Seed, you know. It's just a good play, but whatever. Lucario comes in here. I really don't want to take the fighting move, so I do switch into my Jellicent, because Ghost type and Water type resists pretty much everything Lucario can throw at it, aside from Crunch, but I don't think he carries Crunch, even though Crunch is actually one of the best moves that you could carry on a physical-based Lucario. He goes for the Bulk Up, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is his Bulk Up Lucario. Sweet, I remember this thing, and it has Aura Sphere for whatever reason. I really don't know why in the world he would want to run Aura Sphere on a Pokemon that runs Bulk Up, because honestly, there are so many better options that he could go for. He could go for Brick Break, he could go for... Well, Close Combat wouldn't be the best idea, because it would get rid of his defense boost and lower his special defense at the same time, but he could go for the new 5th gen buffed up Drain Punch instead of Aura Sphere. Just saying, but whatever. Now, in comes his Umbreon. I was thinking that he would go for Hidden Power Fighting, expecting one of my Steels to come in, but he goes for the Moonlight. Safe play. Either way, I go for Surf, trying to kill him. Doesn't work. You know the drill. Or, not really, but anyway. Switch into my Steel type now, because he's going to go for Dark Pulse, more than likely. Ooh, excuse me. Anyway, now I'm thinking he's going to stay in, go for the Hidden Power Fighting to judge how much damage it can do, as I am going to go for the Toxic. Oh wait, he goes for Moonlight, whatever, not that crucial. I still get the Toxic off on him, I believe. Because Toxic is going to be... Oh no, wait, I decided to set up Stealth Rocks, because I did see from the team preview he had Ninetales on his team, plus the Stealth Rock is going to be helpful in taking down his Deoxys, and just in general going to be, you know, good damage. And anyway, now he goes for the Hidden Power Fighting, gauge how much it's going to do thanks to his Life Orb boost, and I go for the Toxic here because I am Special Defensive, well, mixed bulky Heatran anyway, so I know I can take the Hidden Power fairly well, because Umbreon, again, even with offensive investment, doesn't have the greatest special attack. Synchronize doesn't do anything because you can't poison a Steel type even with Synchronize, because, you know, Steel types are just that awesome. But anyway, here he switches out, goes into Sandslash here, which I thought was really perfect because I went for Lava Plume, and yeah, if I get a burn off on Sandslash, that's just, you know, the best thing ever, sort of, because Burn Sandslash is pretty much useless, wall or not. And yeah, he gets some leftovers, so I'm assuming he's some sort of walling variant and really just wants to get Earthquake off on me to kill. But if he is defensive, then I don't know why he sent it in, because he'd be slower, but whatever. He goes into, I go into Jellicent, because I'm assuming he's going to go for Rapid Spin for some reason, but he goes for Earthquake. I take it not that well. As a matter of fact, it puts me at just about half. Now, I'm thinking, okay, he's an offensive variant. He must be invested in HP, because I've seen that he has leftovers, or, yeah, that he has leftovers, because, if he was invested in speed, that would be kind of just weird, because Sandslash can't outspeed anything unless it has Choice Scarf or the Sandstream ability and Sandstorm up. But I go for the Will-O-Wisp anyway, because, well, I didn't think I'd live, but if I did, the Will-O-Wisp would have been nice, because, you know, cripples the Sandslash, and yeah, I really just don't understand why he's running offensive Sandslash without Choice Scarf or Sand Support with Sandstream. Even if he wanted to run one with Choice Band, you still really wouldn't want to invest in speed, because it wouldn't be able to outspeed anything. But anyway, here he goes with the X-Scissor with the usual, with like, I'm guessing the same mindset that I would have had back in the day when I didn't really know much about competitive battling and was, just battle with my friends sort of stuff, never knew how to EV train stuff, that, low HP, not very effective move is just fine, and it would have been if he would not have been burned and his attack be halved, because that's what burn does. Yay. So I get to save my Jellicent for later, and now that he is burned, his Earthquake is not gonna do it's gonna do a quarter instead of half, so I can easily stall this guy out if I so choose. So here he decides to switch in Umbreon, takes rocks damage, and I use Recover to try and get back to full HP, even though I thought Sandslash would try and kill me with another Earthquake, but whatever. Umbreon coming in, not that bad, because I can just switch out in one of my steals again to resist the Toxic and Dark Pulse, whatever he wants to throw at me. Instead, he decides to pull a double switch into his Lucario, which I thought was actually pretty smart, even though his Lucario doesn't have a physical attacking move on a bulk up set. Well, he has physical attacking moves, just not a physical attacking stab move on the fighting side anyway. So yeah, I'm in Heatran here, and I'm thinking, okay, he's going to go for the Aura Sphere. I should switch out into Jellicent, but I'm really tired of the stall right now, so I'm deciding, okay, he's going to go for the Aura Sphere, so I can just switch into Landros and take it, because I am a flying type, so I will resist it, and because I am Choice Scarfed, I will be faster than everything on its team, including Deoxys Speed, I'm hoping, because I think it's a defensive set, and yeah, because I am Choice Scarfed, with Deoxys Speed having a lack of speed investment, I should be able to outspeed it. He switches in his Umbreon here. Not really sure why, because his Umbreon is not invested in, could be invested in defense, but it's not invested enough to be able to live that, plus it doesn't have leftovers, it randomly has Life Orb for whatever reason, and I just 2-hit KO it with Earthquake. So yeah, that gets rid of Umbreon, which is good, because weirdest Umbreon set that I've ever seen that still actually works to an extent, I guess. Sends in his Deoxys, because of course, he's Deoxys Speed, so he assumes he can outspeed me and get up his Reflect, so his Pokemon will have an ability to live my attacks, but I am Choice Scarfed, he's defensive, so he can't outspeed me because of my Choice Scarf, and I kill him. He does not get his Reflect up, and basically that's the match right there, because without that Reflect, he really has no hope of his Pokemon being able to live my Earthquakes. And I'd just go for another Earthquake here, because Electabuzz normally is very frail and is weak to Earthquake, but by some manner of the gods, it managed to live it, and I was like, what? Oh, wait, it has Evilite. Duh! But I was thinking I'd be dead because he would throw a Hidden Power Ice in my face, but he goes for Dynamic Punch. So, yeah. Don't know why he is not running Hidden Power Ice, because Hidden Power Ice, or really any form of Ice move, is good on Electric Pokemon, because the Electric Ice type coverage, as everyone knows, is pretty much the best in the game. So even if he is physical, you can run Ice Punch, but whatever. He goes for the Iron Tail as I switch into Latios, because I was just like, I really don't want to stay in on that confusion that he got from Dynamic Punch. Don't really know he's running Dynamic Punch either. Guess he has a Wide Lens maybe, but whatever. Switch in Latios, go for the Surf, Electabuzz is dead. He sends in Ninetales, and I know Ninetales more than likely has Drought, and yeah, confirms that by showing me the ability Drought activate. And yeah, I know I'm not going to be able to kill him with Surf. I could switch into my Heatran to completely wall this Ninetales for days, but to be completely honest, I really don't want to, because I already know I have the match in the bag, and I really do not need and or want the 6-0, so I just decide to stay in and let him kill me, if he indeed can kill me. And since he shows off that he has a Hidden Power Ice, I'm assuming, I do know that he can kill me, so I'm just like, stay in with Latios, get as much damage as you can with Surf, and Ninetales can just finish me off with Hidden Power Ice. I'll go back into Landros, and that'll be the game, pretty much. Ninetales does live the Surf, goes for the Hidden Power Ice. I know I can't live it, but really doesn't matter, because Latios, like I said, is not important to winning this match. Ah, jeez. My throat hurts. But whatever. He gets a little HP back with his Ninetales leftovers, because he likes running the bulkier Ninetales, and, yeah. You know, that's always cool. See original sets. But whatever. Go for the Earthquake. Ninetales isn't going to live it at all, because Ninetales is not known for its physical defense, and Drought doesn't decrease the power of Earthquake. And, yeah, anyway. Now, I believe here he goes into his Sand Slash. Sand Slash, I know, can live a hit just because of its naturally high defense bulk. And, yeah, so I just go off the Earthquake. I know he can't kill me because he's burned, so his attack is lessened. And, yeah. He goes for Rollout. When I saw that, I was just like, lol, Raffle, why do you have Rollout? If you're running an offensive set, why run Rollout? You're not joiced, so there's no real reason for you to even... Matter of fact, there's no reason at all for you to run Rollout. Like, Rock Slide would be better because you're an offensive set, and even choice sets don't like staying in forever, so Rollout, I don't really see why it's option. Well, a good option anyway. And Stone Edge has the most power of a rock move there is. But yeah, anyway, he sends out his Lucario. It's his last guy. Goes for the extreme speed. He can't kill me unless he gets a crit, and he doesn't get it, so I just go for the Earthquake, and that is the game. Good game, PSP. Not as close as I usually like my matches to be when I upload them, but, you know, the host of the tournament requires me to upload whatever battle that I can upload when I have my tournament match. But anyway, comment, rate, sub, and later, guys.